In the midst of this backbooks, when IBB don't receive, since he decided to tell Nigerians the truth about June 12 election, the winner of June 12 election. Now, the same man don't come out again, don't explain the reason why they did that, why they canceled that election, why they did not allow the winner to be the president at that time. He don't explain the reason. Now, here the particular reason why they decided to do that. You know, some people are very mad in this country. Now, listen to what he said.
That I've also been asked to ask, which I would also like to ask, is June 12th.
Yeah.
June 12th was considered one of the fairest elections we've ever had in this country. And at the time, you were the head of state, and June 12th was not. Why?
I have always said, I looked at June 12 in two ways. The first one, at least for once, Nigerians accepted that it was the freest, the best organized election, free, fair, and so on, all everything. I think what is missing is, unfortunately, we cancelled that election.
You said unfortunately?
Yeah. That's the first time I'm using that word.
I feel too unfortunately.
Okay. Unfortunately, the elections were not recognized or announced as the media would like me to say. Now, we were in government at that time, and we knew the possible consequences of handing over that government to a democracy, to a democratic government. Now, get me right, I didn't say
to the person.
To the person.
The process.
The process. And we had, when the process was going on, we did swear that ours was going to be the last military coup that we were going to handle. And so we wanted to make sure we handed power to a democratically elected government. To be honest, the situation was not right to hand over at that time. Forget about the wrong things that the political parties said. No, that is not the issue.
What was the issue?
The issue was the security of the nation. And we considered that we would have failed after handing over power. 6 months is kicked out.
What was the security threat?
Security threat is that at that time there was all this fear. I went through a coup d'etat. I survived a coup d'etat. He did not want it to happen.
So there was likely to be another coup.
Right. And it would have been a bit bloody. But then not many people want to believe what we said. But we knew what was.
Could I ask who the plotters were? Do you know who they were?
The plotters were the usual coup plotters. You know, they could have allowed me to go away, and then regroup and stage it.
Maybe say the usual. The usual, I don't know.
The usual coup plotters.
Oh, okay.
They are the military now. This thing happens. There is always a man who will come out and complain to say this is wrong. We can't have it. And such a man will always try to convince you, to convince everybody who is here that this is wrong. This is how you build it.
So that was it? So they just let him go through the process and then...
Just let's buy time. We, again, I am aware I'm going to be in trouble with the outside one. The outside. We knew in 1983
that
when you had an election and Shagari was voted in as in his second term as a democratically elected president, we could have toppled that government in 1982 before the elections. But then we said no, the people might go against us. We knew damn well that they are not, or they were not going to conduct that election truly and fairly. And therefore, you see, to stage a coup, there is one basic element that everybody looks for: frustration in the society.
Frustration in the society.
Right. So by 1983, when you voted, everybody was not happy. It was rigged, it was this, it was that, and the frustration built up. We find coup easier when there is frustration in society.
Did you hear? He said the only reason now was because of Nigeria were too young at that time, were not rich enough to be a civilian, to hand over power to civilian at that time. That's why they cancelled that election. Now, if that was the reason, at first, why did you guys conduct election? Knowing fully well that the country were too young at that time, were not rich enough to be a democracy at that time, to have a civilian president at that time. Why did you call for election? Why did you conduct election? Knowing fully well that you are not going to allow civilian to be the president. Why? That's the question. So now, because there is no excuse to that, there is no answer to these questions, so you are just like, you are deceiving yourself. Because that election took a lot of took lives, destroyed properties. That election, it took lives, properties. Do you understand? So why did you call for it? Why did you just decided to take innocent lives? Why? It's the same thing, exactly the same thing with 2023 presidential election. INEC and Tinubu knew that this election, despite the promises, they went to Chatham House at that time to speak. INEC chairman, Professor Yahoo, he make all the promises in this life. That election will be transparent, election will be transmitted, like blah, blah, blah. He came back and did the worst, all the abracadabra. So why did you allow Nigeria to waste money, waste time, waste resources, everything? It's just the same thing. You know, the wickedness in the name of we want to conduct election, knowing fully well that this election will not be conducted, or the winner will not be a man through the ballot boxes. Why calling for it? The power belongs to you. Power in your hand at that time. You just say no, we are not going to do election. Whatever you say, it stands, right? He said no, we are not right. Just say it, that we are too young to be a democracy president. Same thing. Now, same thing will happen in 2027. Isn't it? Every election. Your waste of money, waste of time, waste of everything, waste of life, take innocent lives. And that election, until today, is still causing problem. It's still causing problem. What have you done with the power? Why did you decide to come out now to tell us the truth? That's the reason. It's of no use. The only way I could have said, okay, at least if you are being punished for this, but who is going to punish you for the lies, innocent lies at that time? The businesses, destroy businesses at that time. So somebody should come now to say, for you to have come out to keep this secret, to make this riot happens in Nigeria at that time, that took the innocent, like you now, you are not better than those people who lost their lives. It's just the grace of God that still kept you alive till today. So you are not better than them. If those people were still alive today, probably they would have been everywhere. If not, they would have been everywhere, right? So somebody should rise up now and punish you for this offense. Yes, you deserve punishment. You need to be behind the bar. Anyways, appreciate this video. I just said I should tell you the reason. The guy, this man just annoy everybody, not just me. They annoy everybody. Everybody diverse for the man. I will say now, so will they be the president? Now when you not get anything with say this IBB. If I don't hear say this man don't be behind the bar since he said now, so will they be the president before he can't tell us the truth. If I don't be behind the bar, but Tinubu now, he cannot do that. Tinubu cannot do that. Tinubu, that you see, Tinubu were laughing at that very dinner, because I'm not seeing anything comic about the book that Tinubu were laughing at that time. We're laughing at this person's ignorant, full of lies, deceive people. The book was not funny, and the book, launch book that they raised over how many billions that day. Book with lies, full of lies, using billion to defend lies. Billions of naira. Book where be saying now full of lies, now in full of those things secret. When you expose, it not get anything to do with Nigeria of today. It does not have anything to do with Nigeria of today. God will punish you now. The way God they expose them now, the way God take make you now can't confess. He never finish you. He still get more confession from you before you go to the other side. Please share this video.